Hey guys, welcome back. We are those water girls, and this is our podcast.
Second podcast.
Second podcast. Today we want to talk about water bottles, plastic water bottles.
Ditch them right away.
Why we don't use them anymore.
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of plastic water bottles. Like I'd buy one that I really like, and I would just keep refilling it. And it's so gross looking back. I can't believe I did it for so long. Because I can't even stomach a bottle of water anymore because they taste so gross.
Yeah. I haven't bought a water bottle, and I can't tell you, well, at least 2 years. Two years since I started drinking Kangen water.
Yeah, I just have. I always have this with me. This one, or I have another one downstairs too. My kids have similar ones too, just smaller versions. And I take my water everywhere with me because I can't even drink restaurant water anymore.
No.
Filtered water isn't even enough for me.
I have to put a whole lot of lemon into it if I didn't bring my water bottle, or I'd rather get a soda than drink water, which I know it's made of water too, but
you see, I opt for tea, which still has the water in it, but it takes the flavor away.
Yeah. I can't stand tap water.
Yep. Well, so I've done a lot more research into plastic water bottles, and I dove down a rabbit hole real bad over the last year. And I've even just seen it, like you become so much more aware and more apparent of things that you wouldn't have thought twice of if you didn't look into it. And I remember seeing pallets of water just sitting out in the sun, like they'd just been delivered and they were yet to go inside the store. I don't know how long they were sitting out there for. I don't know how long they were in storage for, but they were sitting in the sun. And one thing I always was told growing up is if you leave a bottle of water in your car, it heats up, don't drink it because it's leaching plastic into your water. And I always thought, oh yeah, because the heat makes it heat up and it makes sense. Don't drink it. We don't know how long these bottles of water have actually been sitting there since they've been bottled.
Yep.
Or where that water actually comes from to begin with. There are some brands that may have more information about it. There's definitely some brands out there that are better than others. But most people don't go for the expensive brands unless they are more aware of like water health. They just, water is water. Let's grab the cheap bottle of water so that we're staying hydrated. But it's actually not keeping you hydrated. If anything, it's hurting you because these bottled waters can be sitting for years before they're even put on a shelf.
Yeah.
Think of all the microplastics leaching into that. It's gross.
Very. I saw a woman come out of Publix, and she literally had a grocery cart totally full of water bottles, and it made me want to scream and like go run and tell her, like, don't drink that. Like,
I was at Sam's Club yesterday, and the same thing happened. There was a guy in there buying up cases of water. And in fact, there was a couple of people, and one of them actually used to be a regular customer at the cafe I used to work at. And he was in there buying cases of water, and I was so close to going up going, dude, don't drink that.
No. And people honestly
poisoning yourself with microplastics.
If you're not aware, you think you're doing right by your body by drinking bottled water because
being
it's
hydrated.
It's you stay healthier than soda,
but really it's no better because last year we did that test on waters for the pH, and all of the cheaper bottled water was so acidic. Like it came back as acidic as soda. Instantly, as acidic as soda. So it's actually not that good for you at all. It's not hydrating you the way you think you are being hydrated, and you are also ingesting forever chemicals and microplastics.
Yeah. There's even, I just learned this. I knew that like aluminum cans aren't really good for us, but I didn't know they were basically like lined with plastic.
And the cups you get from the hot drink cups, they're paper, but the inside of it is lined with a plastic so that it doesn't leak through the paper.
Yep.
And when you put
Which
hot
makes
water
sense.
into that, it's not good. Like, I wish I'd known that as a barista, because I probably wouldn't have bought stuff like that. I would have encouraged people to bring their own mugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make it cheaper, and people have to bring their own mugs to get a coffee.
Yeah.
I think that would
Like
make
I
sense.
love a good.
Feasible. I know, because I've worked in the industry, so it's not as easy as that. But it's better for your health.
Yeah. Like I love Coke, but one, the actual brand of Coke, like it's got a chemical, what is it? You put it in your car. Of course now I can't think of it.
What, like the coolant?
Something like that. What am I trying to say? I don't know. But anyways, at the local gas station right down the road from us, they have Mexican Coke and they're in glass bottles. So that's all I drink. And like it's not as carbonated like when you take your first sip, but when you go to like swallow it, that's more when you taste the carbonation or feel it. But I like that I'm drinking out of a glass bottle, and it's not just, it's made with cane sugar, and it's just, you can taste a difference. Like
more
it's definitely
natural
not
than
Coke.
the chemical made ones.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. There's microplastics in our clothing, synthetic clothings, just all kinds of different things. And if you can just slowly, take out those things or stop using them or switch to an alternative, like you were talking about with leggings, they're made of that synthetic material, change to a bamboo or, is cotton okay?
Cotton's good, but cotton doesn't stretch the same way. You'd want a cotton blend, but you don't want it to be with all of the different chemicals, I guess.
Yeah. But
there's certain
let's
ways. I'm not 100% sure with clothing, but I know there are definitely more natural, like linen or cotton is better for sure. The stuff that breathes. But yeah, with plastic water bottles, I wanted to say as well, there've been studies done, and they say that if you drink bottled water, like plastic bottled water, 1 week of consuming it is like consuming a credit card worth of plastic. And your body can't process that.
No.
Your body cannot process that.
So it gets stuck in arteries and, all the different things in our bodies. And then we wonder why we've got heart disease or, all these things happening to our organs. And it's like, you think
hormone disruption or gut inflammation, like it's because our bodies cannot process the plastic we are ingesting. And it's in everything. But bottled water is definitely a big one. And that's something that we can change, making small changes.
Let's talk about just the environment with plastic water bottles. Like, they don't disintegrate over time, or the biodegrade. That doesn't happen. It takes, I don't even know how long. I don't know if
I remember watching stuff like that as a kid. They're like, don't throw away your plastic bottles because
the landfill
they'll take literally thousands of years to decompose, and that's not even like a exact science because we've never had to watch one decompose before.
Right. Yeah.
But yes, it's
the moral of the story: drink out of glass or metal lined cups. Just stop drinking water bottles, for the love of God.
Yeah. Yep. Better for your health, better for the environment. That's one thing I love about the Kangen ionizers, because they give us more options. So it's not just fixing the plastic water bottle waste or giving us options for our health, but it also helps reduce plastic waste in other ways too, because you've got the 2.5 water that is antibacterial, and I use it as a cleaner in my house. If I want it to smell nicer, I just throw an essential oil in it. And I use that. It's stronger than bleach, but it's safe. So my kids, like, I don't know what was all over the floor this morning. There was something sticky on the floor, so I'm get my my mop out, and it's got a spray thing in it, and I just refill it with whatever essential oil I want to put in there for the week, and I top it up with the 2.5 water, and I'll spray it, let it sit, and then I'll mop it up. And Poppy's like, I want to do that. I want to help, Mama. Okay. And I know that she's not ingesting any of the harmful toxins or fumes because it is literally just antibacterial water with essential oils in it. Whereas anybody else might have gone to bleach because I'm pretty sure it was like a pork juice, maybe, because I was making pulled pork. So you don't want that bacteria stuck on the floor. It's gross.
No. And it only takes 26 seconds, guys, for chemicals to be ingested into our skin. So think about your babies and your toddlers crawling around your floors, and say you just cleaned them with Mr. Clean or Lysol or whatever. That is horrible for our bodies. And they're like made up of over almost like 85% water. So really you're just paying for overpriced water that is
chemicals to it.
Yeah. And it's hurting your body. So start them young with, just
natural
doing
cleaning
right by them and not using
use a natural cleaning alternative, because there's so many out there. 2.5 pH water is actually the way that it's created in our ionizers as well. It has a saline solution that goes through it, so it actually changes the structure of the water, I guess, enough when it goes through the electrolysis process, and it becomes hypochlorous acid, which is still a water essentially. People call it magic water because it helps so many different things, but that makes it antibacterial, and that makes it safe also. You can actually use it if you've got acne on your face. You can spray it. It's going to pull the infection out, kind of thing, and help you heal. It's not something I'd use all the time, like a daily thing. But anytime my girls get a scrape or a cut, for example, I use the 2.5 water on them as a boo-boo spray. To the point where my girls, they hurt themselves. I need the spray, Mom, I need the spray. Because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting in any way. I can even use it in their mouth. My daughter got an ulcer, her first ulcer, and there's not really ulcer medication for kids. Nothing that tastes decent anyways. Sprayed it, and within a couple of days, it was completely gone. And
I was putting it in I had my first ever ear infection a couple weeks ago, and after I had to get antibiotics and steroid drops because it was really bad. So anytime I feel like any type of anything in my ear, I'll just take a Q-tip with the 2.5 and, put it in there, and it just helps alleviate any germs or oils or, anything that could be growing in there. I'd like to say my ears are clean, but, you don't know what's in them.
Poppy had a sty inside her eye, like if you pull her eyelid down. And I've only sprayed it one time because I didn't want to overdo it, but I knew it's safe for eyes, and it's helped it dramatically. It's almost completely gone, and it's like 2.5 weeks. It took me forever. I was kicking myself going, why didn't I just spray it in the first place when I saw it? Yeah, it's almost completely gone.
It's just little things like that with the Kangen water, with having the 5 different types of waters, you are not limited to, it's not just drinking water. Like, if you even do a filter on or even if you have a whole house filtration system, it's only filtering out probably like chlorine and maybe a couple other chemicals. And this is just a totally different.
This changes the structure of your water.
Yeah. And
to give you different water.
It's an investment, but you're ultimately saving money over time by using this water. Yeah, into the earth. So
yeah. Well, we've got to wrap it up, but come back and see us soon. We'll be having more discussions about water and water safety and water health. And yeah. Bye, guys.